give a nice warm welcome and kick off this morning's events before we get deeper into content. So without further ado, let's give a great Arkansas welcome to the 47th Governor, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, who's here to join us this morning.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. It is great to be with you, and what amazing enthusiasm you have for a Monday morning after a holiday weekend. So excited to be here. We have several of our amazing state legislators here with us this morning from this area, and glad to see each one of you here as well. I want to give a big thank you to Stacy Smith for getting us started today. She is one of the finest that we have at the Department of Education, a former educator and principal who has spent the last decade at Arkansas Department of Education in leadership, and we are really proud of the work that she is doing. Also want to say thank you to Secretary Oliva. You know, anytime I get to be his warm-up act, I'm pretty excited. So I know that he has some great things to cover over the next couple of days, and we're really proud and really thankful for the incredible job that he and all of the team at the Arkansas Department of Education are doing to help our students in every corner of Arkansas. I don't have to tell you this, but I firmly believe that Arkansas teachers are the very best that there is. And I think that is evident because you are here today. Many of you are on summer vacation and could be spending your time at a pool somewhere right now, but instead you drove here early this morning for this conference. You came to meet your colleagues, learn from experts, and most importantly, return to your schools even better equipped than you already are to teach Arkansas's next generation. That says a lot about who you are and about who we have leading our state's school system. But I didn't need to be here today to know that you are truly the best. I'm a Little Rock Central High graduate, and I had my fair share of amazing teachers. I spent my early education in smaller schools in Pine Bluff and Texarkana, where my dad worked as a pastor. But in the 9th grade, in a move that was surprising to me, probably as well as the rest of the state, he became governor overnight, and we moved to Little Rock. Junior high is pretty hard all by itself without having to make a fresh start in a new city. Walking through the doors of Pulaski Heights Junior High, frankly, I was pretty terrified. Luckily, I had great teachers that showed me the way. One of those amazing teachers was Mr. Stewart, my civics teacher, who convinced me to join our state's mock trial team. I'll admit, getting into debate and arguing with my classmates was probably not the best and easiest way to make friends, but he finally convinced me and I joined the team. It gave me confidence, new friends, and lifelong skills that I managed to put to use, I think, pretty much every day. And now, as governor, I've had the chance to recognize the great teachers who helped me and every other student in our state thrive. When I came into office, I promised to put education at the forefront of my agenda. Arkansas Learns embodied that commitment. As we drafted the law, one of our largest focuses was on our teachers. After all, we know that a great education starts with great educators. Arkansas has to be competitive on compensation, training, and support if we want to recruit and retain the best teachers there is. One of the headline policies that we created during Arkansas Learns was to raise starting teacher salaries. We also gave every teacher in the state at least a $2,000 raise, and we increased paid maternity leave to 12 weeks and created student loan forgiveness programs. This was all because we wanted to make sure there was a great emphasis on our great teachers. I was in Wynne this past winter to announce that Wynne High School had received a $110,000 high-impact tutoring grant. You may recall that Wynne was heavily damaged by last year's tornadoes, and that many students spent days and weeks out of the classroom. This grant helped them catch up in evidence-based small groups, something that we are trying to focus on across the state. The Department of Education has now allocated $20 million to this program. with $8 million specifically earmarked for literacy. That's in addition to the 120 literacy coaches we hired and deployed around the state. They've spent the last year putting a laser focus on early literacy, something that each of you know has such a huge impact on the long-term future academic success of our students. And just a few weeks ago, our office announced the inaugural class of merit bonus recipients. Nearly 3,000 educators from our state received a combined $10 million in bonuses, going up to $10,000 per educator. But what's more, these bonuses don't just reward student success, they encourage student improvement. We know that not all students arrive at school with the same background or the same skills. If you catch a student up, that deserves recognition, even if the student is still behind his or her peers. Because students, teachers, and parents are facing more challenges than ever before with rising phone use and, frankly, declining mental health. We are working with administrators and have authorized a new grant program that will fund phone-free schools and increase access to mental health across the state. This is a program I'm extremely proud of and something that we heard directly from educators and administrators, the great need for greater access. I know Jacob will go into more detail on that, but it's something that I really hope that we can partner and work closely with each of you in the room to make that a total success on behalf of our students. These programs amount to the largest investment in Arkansas public schools in our state's history. As Jacob will lay out in his address, it's already started a wave of positive impact across our education system, something that's only going to grow as its effects continue to compound. Most importantly, and I don't think that there's any greater and probably more important message that you hear today than thank you. We can write hundreds of different laws in Little Rock. We can come up with all kinds of great policy ideas and solutions, but none of those things will change a student's life without the buy-in and without the hard work of Arkansas's teachers and our school leadership. Those of you in this room are the ones that are truly making a difference, that are changing the face of our students, and our ability to be successful as a state relies solely on those in this room helping educate our students. We know because of your presence here today, the incredible dedication that you have to each of our students. And so we want to say thank you for the work that you do. Thank you for your service to our state. And thank you so much for being here so you can continue to grow and work with each of your colleagues. We are really proud and thankful for the service that you provide to each one of our students. Thank you so much, and I hope you have an incredible couple of days here in this conference. Thank you.